Hi, and thanks for logging on to the Daily DVAR Halacha. And here's a brand new halacha for you, and it's for Thursday, 23rd day of October. Here we go. When lighting Shabbos candles, let's say, to be extra clear, let's say you're lighting 5 candles, and we'll call them numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. If you're, for whatever reason, having trouble with the match, or the match went down and it's about to burn your finger, so you just want to light candles number 1 and 2 were already lit, and you want to use candle number 2 to light number 3, and 3 to light number 4, or something like that. The halacha actually is that you are allowed to do that. You are allowed to light candle 3, which is not lit, from candle 2, which is lit. That's what you're allowed to do with the Shabbos candles. However, I just have to tell you a few of the particulars about that. The best way to do that is to not lift candle number 2, which is already lit, because remember, you can still be doing stuff like this because you haven't fully accepted Shabbos yet. And what you'll do is candle 2 is lit, you can take candle 3, which hasn't been lit yet, and just touch it to candle number 2, and then put down candle number 3. In other words, it's not as nice to pick up, not as good to pick up candle 2, which is lit, and light it then to candle number 3. It's better to take candle 3, which is the unlit one, and touch it to candle 2, which is the lit one, and that's the better way to do it. If you want to use candle number 2 to light a match, that's not recommended. That's not a good thing to be doing. And also, if you want to use candle number 2 to melt down the bottom of candle number 3, you might want to do that before Shabbos when you're setting them all up, or you might want to use a match to do that. That's fine, just to help them stay in their candle holders really well without falling down and, God forbid, causing a fire. But you can't use lit Shabbos candle number 2 to burn the bottom of unlit candle number 3. That's just not an appropriate use of the Shabbos candles. Okay, and one more thing while we're on this, and that is, when it comes to Hanukkah lights, which are about 8 weeks away, we're going to hear a whole lot of stuff about how olive oil is the most beautiful thing to use, and, etc. So what's our feeling on olive oil being used as the most beautiful thing for Shabbos candles? Well, the truth is that you will find in the halacha a lot of praise for olive oil. And when olive oil was the best lighting thing, it would have been a really nice thing to use olive oil on purpose, because it's the best lighting thing and it'll make your Shabbos lights the most beautiful. However, this is not just me talking, rabbis say this, great rabbis say this, nowadays when our wax candles are actually pretty much the best, most efficient, best producing light things, don't blow out, don't need any tampering, and that's very important. You'll never have to touch them or refix them. You just pretty much light them and they're good for the next hour or two. So because that's the situation for Shabbos lights, we would say that it's totally fine on purpose to use wax candles, and don't worry that you're not using olive oil, because actually the wax candles of today actually work better than the olive oil things of years ago. So don't feel any guilt about using wax candles if you'd like to. They are perfectly fine. It's not going to be the same exact thing for Hanukkah, because on Hanukkah we want to commemorate the actual menorah of the temple, which did have olive oil, and there you'll hear a lot of praise about olive oil. But when it comes to Shabbos candles, that really doesn't fully apply, and therefore it's fine, actually recommended, to use good burning wax candles, and that would be fine. There are these suppliers that now supply paraffin, I think it's called paraffin oil, with fantastic wicks that light very beautifully, and they act like they're oil, and they're not like wax candles, and they come in beautiful cups with beautiful wicks and everything, and we use them in my house, and they're just beautiful, and they stay lit beautifully. So you may want to consider those, and they're available through all kinds of different means, and I just want you to know that that's out there, but you don't have to be going and looking for olive oil. That's something that we just stress when we get to Hanukkah, and we're not starting Hanukkah laws just yet. That's a little too early. Thanks for logging on. Log on again tomorrow for more. Bye-bye.